We are already familiar the basic concept of inverse trigonometric functions and its properties. Today we are doing some problems in this chapter. Mainly the problem for finding the principal value of inverse trigonometric functions. Before going to the problem, we have a clear idea about the range or principal branch of inverse trigonometric function. For example, if I am taking y equal to sin inverse x, its range is closed interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. That is called the principal branch of sin inverse x. That means if I am finding sin inverse of 1 by 2, that is pi by 6, because that lies in this interval. Therefore, we have a clear idea about the range of principal branch of inverse trigonometric function. Similarly, for cos inverse x, the range is closed interval 0 pi. Cosecant inverse x, the range is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 excluding 0. For secant inverse x, the principal branch is closed interval 0 pi excluding pi by 2. For tan inverse x, the principal branch is open interval minus pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Cot inverse x, the principal branch is open interval 0 pi. Also, we have an idea about the values of trigonometric functions for some particular angles. That means 0 radian, pi by 6 radian, pi by 4 radian, pi by 3 radian, pi by 2 radian, pi radian, 3 pi by 2 radian and 2 pi radian. For example, if you want to find the sin inverse of 1 by root 2, the answer is pi by 4, because pi by 4 is in the principal branch of sin inverse x. Also, we have an idea about the first three properties of inverse trigonometric functions. First property, second property and third properties are usually used here to do the problems. First type of problem is finding the principal value of following. We can do the problems one by one. We can take the first question. That means we have to find the principal value of sin inverse of negative 1 by 2. Here it is a negative value, negative 1 by 2. Here it is a negative sign. Therefore, we have to apply the second property, sin inverse of minus x equal to minus sin inverse x. Therefore, we can write this as sin inverse of negative 1 by 2 is minus sin inverse 1 by 2. Now, from the table, we can see that sin theta is 1 by 2 means theta is pi by 6. Hence, we can write it is negative of pi by 6. It is in the principal branch. The principal branch of sin theta is closed interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This value lies in the principal branch. Hence, this is the answer, negative pi by 6. Now, we can take a second question, that is cos inverse of root 3 by 2. Cos inverse of root 3 by 2. Here we can see that this value is positive value. Therefore, we have to check the table. From the table, cos theta is root 3 by 2 means theta is equal to pi by 6. Therefore, we can write the answer directly. This is in the range of, this is in the principal branch of cos value, cos theta, cos inverse x, that is 0 pi. Hence, we can take the principal value as minus plus pi by 6. Now, we can take the third question, that is cosec inverse of 2. Here, we can write the answer directly from the table, or we can write a cosec inverse of 2 is equal to sin inverse 1 by 2. That is equal to pi by 6. Or we can write the answer directly. It is in the principal branch because the range of cosecant inverse x is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 excluding 0. Now we can take the next question. That is tan inverse of root 3. Tan inverse of root 3. Here again we can write the answer directly from the table. Tan theta is equal to root 3 means theta is equal to pi by 3. The answer is pi by 3. This is in the principal branch. Now we can take the fifth question, that is cos inverse of half 1 by 2. Cos inverse of 1 by 2. Here again we can write the answer directly from the table. that is pi by 3. Now we can take the next question, that is tan inverse of negative 1. Tan inverse of negative 1. Here it is a negative sign, therefore we have to apply the property 2. Property 2 says that tan inverse of minus 6 equal to minus tan inverse x. Therefore we can write it as tan inverse of negative 1, tan inverse of 1. That is minus of tan inverse 1 equal to pi by 4. Therefore the answer is minus pi by 4. Next, we can take the next question, that is secant inverse 2 by root 3. Secant inverse of 2 by root 3. Here again we can write the answer directly from the table, or you can write it as cos inverse of root 3 by 2. That is the value is pi by 6. Now we can take next question, that is cot inverse of root 3. Cot inverse of root 3. This we can write it directly from the table, or you can write it as tan inverse of 1 by root 3. Therefore we can write the answer as pi by 6. That is in the principal branch of cot inverse. Now the next question is cos inverse of negative cos inverse of minus 1 by root 2. Here we can see that there is a negative sign, therefore we have to apply the property 3. According to the property 3, cos inverse of negative x equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Here it is pi minus cos inverse 1 by root 2. Now you can see that pi minus cos inverse 1 by root 3, 1 by root 2 means from the table it is pi by 4. Therefore the answer is pi minus pi by 4. That we can write 3 pi by 4. Therefore the answer is 3 pi by 4. Now the next question is cosecant inverse root 2 minus root 2. Cosecant inverse minus root 2. By applying the property, we can write it as sin inverse of 1 by minus 1 by root 2. Now using second property, it is minus sin inverse 1 by root 2. Therefore the answer is minus pi by 4. Now we can take another question. We have to find tan inverse of 1 plus cos inverse of minus 1 by 2 plus sin inverse of 1 by 2. Here we have to find, first you find tan inverse of 1, then you find cos inverse of minus 1 by 2, then you find sin inverse of 1 by 2, then add all of them, then you get the answer. First of all, I am finding tan inverse 1. By using the table, we can see that tan inverse of 1 is equal to pi by 4. Plus, here it is cos inverse of negative 1 by 2. By using property number 3, we can write it is pi minus cos inverse of 1 by 2. That is pi by 3. Therefore, the second one is pi minus pi by 3. Plus, the third one is sin inverse of 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. That is minus sin inverse 1 by 2. That is minus pi by 6. Therefore, the answer is pi by 4 plus it is 2 pi by 3 plus there is a minus sign, therefore minus pi by 6. Now we have to take a common LCM. Here it is 4, 3 and 6. Therefore we can take it 12 as the common LCM. Now to get 4 we have to multiply with 3. Therefore 3 pi. Here it is 12. Therefore 3 into 4 is 12. Therefore 2 pi into 4. That is we get 8 pi minus 2 pi. So the answer is 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 2, 8 plus 3, 11. 11 minus 2, 9 pi by 12. Therefore, the answer is 9 pi by 12 means we can write it as 3 pi by 4. The final answer is 3 pi by 4. Now we have to take another question, that is cos inverse of 1 by 2 plus 2 into sin inverse of 1 by 2. Here, first of all, we can find the cos inverse 1 by 2. Directly from the table, we can write it as pi by 3 plus 2 into sin inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 6. Therefore, the answer is pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Cancelling these two, we can write it as pi by 3. Therefore, the answer is 2 pi by 3. Now, there are two objective type questions. First question says that if sin inverse x equal to y, then the first option is 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to pi. Second one is minus pi by 2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to pi by 2. Third one 0 less than y less than pi. And fourth one minus pi by 2 less than pi, y less than pi by 2. Here we can see that sin inverse x is y, therefore x is sin y. Therefore we have to take the range or principal branch of this function, that is closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi. Therefore pi by 2, that is 0 minus pi by 2 less than or equal to y less than or equal to minus pi by 2 less than or equal to pi by 2. Therefore the answer is second one, that is D. Now one more question. Tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse negative 2. We have to find this value. So, this is directly from the table we can write it as pi by 3 minus sec inverse 2 means pi minus sec inverse 2. Sec inverse minus 2 means pi minus sec inverse 2. Sec inverse 2 means it is pi by 3. Therefore the answer is pi by 3 minus pi plus pi by 3. That is 2 pi by 3 minus y and minus pi. That is taking 3 as LCM, 2 pi minus 3 pi. That is minus pi by 3. The final answer is minus pi by 3. Here it is an objective type question. Therefore the answer is second one, minus pi by 3.